Hi, I'm Joe Calzaghe, and you're watching Standing 8 Count.
And now it's time for the only news program devoted entirely to the sport of boxing. This is Standing 8 Count, presented by FatDaddy.com.
This is a Standing 8 Count special report. It was described as a very unique press conference for a very unique boxing event. And it's true, the championship fight involving Joe Calzaghe and Peter Manfredo Jr., which is scheduled for April 7th at Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, Wales, will not be your typical world title bout. Not even close. One fighter is an undisputed world champion trying to record his 20th title defense, which would tie him with Larry Holmes and Bernard Hopkins for 4th place on the all-time list, while the other fighter is considered a very intriguing contender, mainly due to the fact that he is the first member of the reality TV series The Contender to fight for a legitimate world championship. And according to Boxing Hall of Famer Sugar Ray Leonard, host of The Contender, that in and of itself is already considered a victory.
Without question, we've succeeded. I mean, in 2 years, less than 2 years, one of our first season fighters are fighting for a world title against Joe Calzaghe, Peter Manfredo. We're winners already. Peter just needs to win the belt.
Mark Burnett, the man responsible for The Contender, claimed he felt like a kid in a candy store when this fight was announced. Burnett is glad to see The Contender being accepted by mainstream boxing, and he feels Calzaghe versus Manfredo validates everything his reality program stands for.
Well, I said from the beginning, it was a lot more than fancy editing that made The Contender what it is. And I think this really proves the point. I mean, obviously we owe a debt of gratitude to Frank Warren and Joe Calzaghe for accepting the challenge from Manfredo. And it's going to be a great fight. Peter Manfredo is a tough guy. And this really, The Contender have already won. This validation of a very serious world title fight, and it's the first of many. There's a lot more announcements to come. We're working on a bunch of other stuff.
But for now, all eyes will be on the star of reality TV, who many believe will get a true dose of reality when he steps into the ring against a crafty veteran in Joe Calzaghe.
The people have to watch. You're going to get the haters out there and the people that don't believe that I belong. But, you're going to get that, man. And I'm a fighter. He's a man just like I am. And I think 19 times is enough. It's time for a new champion.
As for the current champion, who's considered pound for pound the best super middleweight in the world, he hasn't lost in well over a decade, and Joe Calzaghe truly believes Manfredo will be in for the shock of his life on April 7th.
He hasn't been hit by me yet, so he hasn't been hit by a really true, powerful super middleweight with my fast hands. So believe me, if I catch him with one of my left hands, I'll do some damage. He can make plans for me, but believe me, Peter Manfredo, they can't make plans for me. He's never been in the ring with anybody as good as me or with my style. So he's going to be in for a shock.
And as you can imagine, that's what a lot of people will believe. But according to the underdog Manfredo, he would not have taken this fight if his trainer didn't think he was ready for this type of challenge.
I just say, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, man. It's knocking at my door right now. This is the time to take it. And I think this is his 19th, this is his 20th title defense. He had 19, and this is a shot to break history right now. And I think I'm ready. I mean, Freddie Roach thinks I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
And while Calzaghe has all the respect in the world for Manfredo, he wants Peter, and everyone else for that matter, to know that nothing can get in the way of his chance at making history.
He's got a big heart, he's got the opportunity of a lifetime, he's fighting for a world title, so he's going to be in a great shape, and I can't underestimate him, because if I underestimate him, that's when fighters get beat. I watched his last 2 fights, Joey Spina, Scott Pemberton, and so he's a world-class fighter, and he deserves to fight for a world title, and I'm giving him the opportunity. But listen, he's fighting for the world title, he ain't going to win the world title. Big difference.
This is a Standing 8 Count